Hi, Aaron. I'm Melanie Reid.
Hello, Melanie.
And I'm a journalist.
Using a concealed camera, we spoke to Aaron Fletcher.
And I just wanted to have a chat to you about some claims that have been made about you putting caged eggs into free-range containers.
I'm on my way to Manukau right now. Do a quick pickup.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in this claim at all, Melanie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So you've never done that?
No, honey. We're free-range eggs and we've been here for 25 years.
Okay.
Like.
So what? So you are aware that the Serious Fraud Office has been investigating you?
I have heard a rumour, yes.
Yeah. So you've never had caged eggs here? You just do free-range?
Yeah, only free-range.
We met Aaron on the road into his family egg farm at Araremu, 40 minutes south of Auckland. The Fletchers have a long history in free-range egg farming. They've been going for 25 years. Under the Palace Poultry brand, they supply Countdown with about 8 million size 7 free-range eggs a year. And our investigation shows that in the last few years at least, more than half of those eggs were probably not free-range at all.
So how many laying hens do you have here?
Just under 30,000.
Because the suggestion is that you don't have the capacity to be able to supply Countdown with a number of eggs.
Melanie, I'm not going to continue this.
Newsroom obtained 2 years of Countdown sales data. It shows Palace Poultry was supplying on average 13,000 dozen size 7 free-range eggs a week. But based on its number of hens, Palace Poultry can only produce about 6,000 dozen size 7 free-range eggs per week. So the question is, where were those extra 7,000 dozen eggs per week coming from?
You pick them up from
Melanie,
a known
I don't want to have a conversation with you, darling. I'm sorry.
eggs
I don't want to
supplier.
have a conversation with you.
But you are picking them up from a known caged egg supplier and bringing them onto the property.
No, we're not. We picked them up from a free-range egg supplier who supplies us nothing but free-range eggs, and that has supplied nothing but free-range eggs for as long as my brother's done business with it.
What if I was to tell you, Aaron, that you've been under surveillance
Fine.
and they've shown caged eggs going into your property?
Well, then we would have to dispute that they're not caged eggs. And that is the dispute, I suppose.
Surveillance undertaken mid-last year shows a pattern. Aaron Fletcher travels 11 minutes from his Palace Poultry farm in a large white truck to an egg wholesaler in nearby Bombay. Fletcher loads pallets of eggs packaged in pink crates. Once loaded, he heads back to his free-range chicken farm. The farm then supplies Palace Poultry size 7 free-range eggs to Countdown.
You've been under surveillance and it shows you picking up caged eggs and bringing them to this property.
There every week, or did do every week. But I picked up free-range eggs. Never caged eggs.
Where were they from?
I don't know where Robert supplies them from.
Robert is Robert Hihiworth, owner of the egg wholesaling business that supplied Palace. 75% of the eggs he sells are from caged hens and 25% free-range. The surveillance photographs show that Aaron Fletcher appears to be making up the bulk of his shortfall, buying the extra 6,000 to 7,000 dozen eggs per week from here.
As far as I am aware, and that my father is aware, we've picked up nothing but free-range eggs.
But you must know that those eggs that you're picking up, where they're from, because you're picking up truckloads of them.
We're picking them up from Robert.
And they're in pink containers.
Our eggs are in pink containers, our eggs are in blue containers, our eggs are, that's how they come. That's never changed.
So, here is a pallet of eggs exactly the same as those picked up by Aaron Fletcher. Note the distinctive packaging. Pink trays on a blue pallet with fragile down the sides. The pink trays are industry standard for size 7 caged eggs. The pallets come from the Central North Island supplier Hessels. Hessels only produce caged eggs. Once again, look at what Aaron Fletcher was picking up.
The free-range eggs that you appear to be picking up are from Hessels.
I wouldn't know where
And
they
they're
come
caged eggs.
from. I would not know that.
But if you're in the free range business, surely you must know where they come from.
The free range eggs. So the packaging we pick up from him has never been labelled as cage, it's never been labelled as anything. They're just pallets of eggs that we order to pick up, and they've always been free range eggs. Always. That's under the impression that they've been for years with Robert. For years and years.
But Robert is a known supplier of caged eggs.
He's a known supplier of free range eggs.
And caged eggs.
And free range eggs.
And caged eggs.
And free range eggs.
Yes.
Yes. And we only pick up free range off him as far as we're concerned. That's the truth of the matter.
So, how does Aaron Fletcher's version of the story stack up with the egg wholesaler?
I'm looking for Robert. Is he around? I'm looking for Robert.
The business owner,
okay.
Robert
When
Heheworth,
will
was
he be
overseas,
around?
so we talked to long-time staff member
Australia.
Tom, who runs the egg operation here.
I was just wondering about Aaron Fletcher.
And this is Oscar.
Aaron Fletcher from Palace. They haven't been, so you can't recall him coming here in a truck?
No, no, they have not been here at all. Not come here at all.
There's actually surveillance footage of him coming here in a truck and picking up Hessel size 7 eggs.
Not here.
Yeah, there is.
What name? Alan Fletcher.
Aaron Fletcher is his name. They've got surveillance footage from here, and I think even you might be in one of the photos of him putting in pink trays like that with the blue pallets, which are clearly caged eggs. So I've got a picture of it. Can I bring it out and show you? Okay. Here you go. See? This guy.
Oh,
So do you know this guy?
yeah, that's true.
He called himself Stu.
Yeah,
His name's not Stu. He comes in with a big truck.
yeah.
So you,
That's his truck.
that's his truck, and as far as you know, his name was Stu. They've said to me they've been getting eggs off you for 25 years.
Oh, TK.
Who's TK?
It's TK Pellets. I know it's TK.
So just to clarify, it was TK Produce that you were dealing with, and as far as you were concerned, the man I showed you the photograph of,
That's true.
his name was Stu.
It's true.
But they were big buyers here.
Yeah, they were buying quite a bit of eggs. Yeah, for sure.
They were big buyers, and what did they buy? What did they buy?
Eggs,
But
caged eggs.
what sort of eggs?
Caged eggs.
From Hessel's.
Well, that would be the main people that come from.
I've talked to Aaron Fletcher, who said that as far as he's concerned, the only eggs he's ever picked up from here are free range eggs.
No,
I beg your pardon?
not of this TK one, no. In fact, that is zero.
He was buying caged eggs from here.
Yes, caged eggs. In fact, at one stage, we were even marketing, we had to market for goblins. They were cage eggs.
How many was he buying?
Big money.
What sort of money?
Big money. Yeah.
And what number of pallets?
By January of this year, following the Serious Fraud Office investigation, Palace egg sales into Countdown dropped by thousands of dozen.
Melanie, again, I need to go and do what I was doing. Give me your number,
Okay.
okay? And I'll
So
have
how
it
come your productions dropped so much once the investigation
Because
kicked
once
in?
the investigation kicked in, we have to, what do we do? We're like, well, could he be supplying us caged eggs instead of free range like he's telling us? We have to stop and find out what's going on. Simple.
So
It's
you-
simple as that.
so
Stop straight away.
So when there was an investigation, or you found out about the investigation, you thought, well,
We better find out what the fuck is going on. So we can't find out what's going on. We're not allowed to talk to him. We're not allowed to talk to anyone. So straight away we stop the supply until we know what's going on with the Serious Fraud Office.
he has certainly, to me, Aaron Fletcher, insinuated that for years he has been buying free-range eggs, as far as he's concerned, only free-range eggs, for years and years. Did he buy any free-range eggs from you? Not 5 pallets.
It wouldn't have been 5 pallets. We
don't have that.
Free-range eggs a
We
week.
never had that amount of
Free-range eggs.
free-range eggs.
But they definitely were invoiced as caged eggs.
So it was cage eggs.
They never were
But
caged eggs.
all our invoices,
After
all
that,
our dockets, all went to the Serious Fortune.
Yeah, so after
They took the lot.
after we sell them as eggs with his invoices caged and stuff,
I mean, they took the lot.
like they took a
Right
lot
back to the
they
books.
checked.
I had books that went back bloody 2-3 years.
You must know that there's not enough free-range eggs in the upper North Island to supply what you need.
Look, I just farm here. I couldn't tell you what the fucking happens. This is my little thing. I've come out here and done this with Dad on the farm, run the farm. That's what I run. All I do is go and pick